Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to talk about the basic fundamentals of shooting a handgun. First up is the stance. There's two primary types of stance. First one is
when
the
gripping a handgun,
you
want as high up as possible on the back strap.
Slightly behind your weak side leg, roughly shoulders width
You want to
apart.
wrap around just like this. You want to be as high as possible without getting slide by. Slide should work without touching your hand. You want a good firm grip. I use the thumbs forward grip. Come in with my weak hand. I put the knuckle of my strong hand right here in my weak hand where my fingers join my hand. Put my knuckles right there. Wrap around, and you want this part of your palm making contact with your handgun. You want as much possible contact with your grip as possible. I rest my weak thumb on the frame, my strong hand thumb right here on my other hand. Looks something like this.
Too much. For me, it's very uncomfortable, and I find that most other folks I talk to, it's very uncomfortable with them as well. So, slightly forward, knees very slightly bent. Just pretty much not locked, slightly bent.
Just be sure when doing this that your strong hand thumb is not hitting your slide catch. That could cause malfunctions. Also make sure your weak side thumb or any part of your hand is not making any contact with the slide. You want to wrap around just like this. You want to be as high as possible without getting slide by. Of your rear sight. Slide should work. You want it perfectly centered in the notch in your rear sight. Good firm grip with equal amount of light on both sides. I use the thumbs forward grip. Come in with my weak hand. If I was wanting to place a shot in the center of that bottom circle, it would look something like this. Strong hand right here in my weak hand where my fingers join my hand. Put my knuckles right there.
Alright, next up, and
wrap around, and you want this part of your palm. You want to take the pad, making contact with your handgun. You want as much possible contact on the lower portion with your grip of the trigger, but you do not want to be touching the guard. I rest my weak thumb. And what this does, the lower you are down on the trigger, it'll give you just a little bit lighter pull than if you were up here at the top. Kind of like a pry bar. The longer the pry bar, the easier it is, right? Lighter the pull means better shooting for most folks. I like to keep my finger square with a gun, and this will vary depending on your hand size. Be sure when doing this that your length of your fingers, your strong hand thumb is not hitting your slide catch. This could cause malfunctions. Also make sure your weak side thumb or any part of your hand is not making any contact with the slide.
Next up is your sight picture.
Just make sure you're pulling the top of your front sight post. Just imagine yourself with your finger coming directly of your rear side of the barrel. You want it perfectly centered in the notch in your rear sight of your hand with equal amount of light on both sides. Now I'll demonstrate. If I was wanting to place a shot in the center of that bottom circle, it would look something like this.
Alright, if you're still watching this video, more than likely you're interested in improving your shooting skills. Next up, and probably one of the most important, is trigger control. I just want to say that